joethefinanceguy.com.
JoeTheFinanceGuy.com. You know I'm going to do it every single time. I just can't help myself.
Tasia is just, all I can say is Tasia Valencia, Poison Ivy, the voice of Poison Ivy for Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham Asylum. Thank you so much for doing that for me. So you're just awesome.
She's done a lot of stuff. We should have Tasia back on the show sometime.
I think that would be great.
I've totally lost touch with her. Like, I don't see her around. I don't know what she's doing. I'm sure she's having a good time doing something.
I see her on I think on Facebook and on
LinkedIn. We're still friends. We're still friends. Yep. I don't see when she posts. I'm sure she's not seeing when I post. You know, the algorithm is so much fun.
Yeah, the algorithm.
Hey, we have a major announcement, brother.
Yeah, go ahead.
We should do it. Ryan Jackson, who is like one of our best buddies. Yeah, come on, Ryan. So Ryan Jackson, the other guy, welcome to the first week of us messing this up even more. We decided it's so complicated, we need a producer. And we've told Ryan Jackson that he should do that. And so here he is, man. He's not even at home. He's on vacation in San Diego because I'm having an event that he's coming to. His wife is speaking at on Thursday, August 4th. It's called the SoCal Business Network Supercharger. I named it. It's a mouthful. Yep. Anyways, but he is now also our producer. So we're breaking him in. He's going to be the ones that's going to put up your comments, and he's going to let us know when we pass something. And he's definitely going to hit that button that says all the opinions of the show, expressed opinions of the show, written or otherwise, are the sole opinions of Joe, the finance guy, Joe Stepke, or Ira Bowman, or now Ryan Jackson, and not those of Rent-A-Center or Acima Credit. Anyways, there you go. We're knocking it all out at once, but I think that's a big deal. It's the Cup of Joe got bigger, Joe.
Yeah, Cup of Joe got bigger.
It's 24 ounces. It's 24 ounces now.
I thought you just needed some sugar.
We needed to add some height. I bring the average height of every show down. Now Ryan Jackson brings it up. I mean, Joe, the finance guy, is not short. He's just average 5'10" guy. But I'm 5'8" when I have boots on.
I think I'm shrinking.
If everybody paid attention, when I leap, I can make Ryan look small.
Yeah, Ira's got hops.
I got it. Yep. I still got it. Anyways, all right. Well, Ryan, tell us, since this is your first official time on the show, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're wearing a Notre Dame hat there. I could see that. So tell us about why you're wearing a Notre Dame hat.
So
Joe, you're right by Notre Dame, aren't you, Joe?
Yeah, I am by Notre Dame. Yep.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, it's missing a D for that, so it's Navy.
Right, but that's what I was gonna say. I didn't think it was Notre Dame. Didn't we talk about this before? It's Navy. So
I thought it was Nebraska. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So real quick rundown on me. 24 years in the Navy. I recently retired June 1st. That's why I'm trying to grow this beard. I'm not sure if I like it or not yet.
I do like it.
I'm glad. Thanks, man. I spent most of my career flying F-18s, and then did some staff tours. So retired. Currently reside in Hawaii. I am coming to you live from my aunt's backyard in Escondido because it's going to take me that many days to work off the amp that I got built up ready for Ira's event. And just hanging out and glad to be here. Two awesome people. I guess we had to bring in a voice of reason though, so I will try to contribute where I can. Thanks.
Hey, did you say voice of reason?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Oh, you know what I have to ask him, right?
It doesn't matter.
Ryan, where do you fall? Because this is like the tiebreaker. This is
no, I don't think so. I think he fell with Superman last time.
Captain Marvel.
I don't know what that means.
Of course he doesn't.
Superman or Batman? Who's going to win in a fight? Mano a mano.
The movies already decided this.
Yeah, but the movie got it wrong.
Oh.
No. No, it doesn't. And there's
all right. He's gonna fit it perfect, everybody. If you haven't figured it out, he's gonna be a pain in the butt. He's not gonna answer the question, and it sounds like I might be in trouble here, but that's all right.
It was funny. Captain Marvel, and you don't know what he's talking about. So
my mouth is writing checks that my body can't cash. I think that's the line, isn't it?
Yep, you're
I think so.
gonna be hauling plain full of rubber dog crap from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk
Yep.
to me, Goose. Talk to me, Goose.
Yep.
It's time to what is it? Buzz the tower?
Buzz.
I hate when we do that.
Yeah, buzz the tower, fly by the tower, something like that. I have no
if you
idea.
guys haven't figured it out, Ryan Jackson was like what Goose is in the movie, so I throw some Goose stuff out every once in a while. There you go. I did watch that second movie, Ryan, and I agree with you. I thought it was awesome.
I can't wait for it to come out on streaming, Ryan.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We saw it a couple weeks ago. Somebody did a parody though. I got to tell you, okay, when I watched Top Gun the second one, I didn't get this at all. But somebody did a spoof where they were comparing Top Gun the second one to Star Wars, the original one, the one that came out in 1977. And I was like, "Oh my gosh." They did it like point for point. There's a lot of similarities. If you haven't seen that, check it out. I don't want to do it injustice, and I don't want to spoil the movie for anybody who hasn't seen it, but that made me laugh pretty good.
All right, then I guess that'll be another homework assignment I'll do.
No, you did a good job with your homework assignment, buddy.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Because why haven't we figured this out before?
Well, we're going on year 3. I think we're going on year 3, so it was time to figure it out.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And what Ira's talking about is.
Oh, by the way, Joe, you got to stand up a little bit. Look at that. There's some people in Chicago who are excited right now. The Bears.
Oh, yeah, the Bears, yeah. Well, believe it or not, I haven't worn this shirt in a while. So my wife is calling me the incredible shrinking husband because now I'm down to 246.
Joe, I have to be honest. I weighed myself yesterday. I was back at 204. I'm going the wrong way.
Well, I think it's just all about going. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm doing good, but yes, the Bears. So I found the shirt. We were going out to the back to school bash when I got off work today. So I hurry up, changed out of my stuff that I usually wear, and I headed over there. My wife looked at me and goes, "I haven't seen you wear that shirt in years." I go, "I don't know. Now it's like baggy on me. Now I like wearing it. I don't know."
You know what's nice though?
But
even though it's loose in the belly, which props for that, your arms are still looking pretty good.
Yeah, well, I was at
look at those forearms.
Come on, bro.
I know.
Over the top. That's what I think when I see him make that.
Yeah, I also know the move too, but that was back when I was in high school. So yeah, that was pretty.
There's another guy that I watch. I think this is on Facebook, but it might be Instagram. Anyways, he's a biker. He's a biker arm wrestler, but he was in the military. So, anyways, he was in the military. Now he arm wrestles people that are like 30 to 50 pounds heavier than him, and he always wins. But anyways, it makes.
And I wonder if he does that move.
He just kind of sits there. It's the funniest thing. He sits there and waits. Like, you remember when you were a kid and you would arm wrestle your dad, that kind of thing? He like sits there and waits for them to wear themselves out. And then like a minute later, then he just, wherever he is, then he just goes, boop. It's pretty fun.
And that actually makes more sense. But yeah, I've been working out more. And this week I've been working early. Waking up at 5, meditating, working out, and then going out on the road. So
Alicia and I have been going to bed earlier too. I used to stay up all the time till 2 or 3 o'clock. Hey, there's Mariella. Hello, Mariella.
Hey, Mariella.
So we used to stay up all the time. Like I would stay up and work, as you know, Joe, till at least 2, a lot of times 3, 4, whatever. So 5 o'clock your time, 2 o'clock my time. I'm still up when you're. I'm still working. I'm still working.
No.
Yeah, I'm still working while you're up. Anyway, when you're getting up. Anyways, lately, if anybody's paying attention, I've been going to bed like 11:30 midnight. So I've been getting up earlier. Like today.
That's still late for me.
Today, well, I'm not 50 yet. See.
Oh. 50's the new 80.
50's the new 80.
80's the new 50. 80's the new 50. That's what it's going to be. Yeah. So, but my wife's saying my face is starting to.
No, you're thin.
Yeah, skinny out or like drop off or whatever, and and I'm taking the collagen, and the double chin is actually really this is tightening back up. So yeah, I'm just hopefully
that's just is it a pill or is it like a cream?
No, it's dropper type thing. The collagen stuff,
Yeah.
dropper. Yeah. So whether it's working, I mean, I think it's working. I keep taking pictures of myself every morning just so I could see the difference and where I'm at. So
hey, the big thing is if Jen likey, who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
But she liked me big anyway. She didn't matter. She really does not care if I lose all this weight or I was just the same way. She loved me the same way.
Yeah, but you're gonna stick around longer this way.
Yes. Now, will I live longer? Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Now, will I be grumpy because I don't eat as much spaghetti and pasta?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Well, listen, I will tell you, there are some times where I don't have a choice and I just got to limit some of the things I eat. I'm still losing weight.
Yeah.
I think it's just the portions and everything else, so which is good. But either way, my next goal is 240 by September 1st. 240 pounds by September 1st.
Okay. Have you guys seen this thing? My wife just posted this earlier today on Facebook. It's things you never heard in the 80s. And Marshawn, one of my buddies, Marshawn, who actually used to be in San Diego but moved to Hawaii, Ryan, she just put "you're on mute." At first, I saw that and I thought she was telling me I was on mute, but she was actually responding to Alicia's thing. That's something you would have never heard in the 80s. You're on mute. That's pretty good.
You're on mute?
Yeah.
What else? Is there anything else?
Oh, there's lots. You want to look at it?
Yeah, give me a couple.
All right. So let's see.
I'm an 80s
woke.
person. I love it.
Woke is one. Alexa. Text me. Netflix. Let me Google that.
Google that.
Where's my phone? Oh, here's
here's one. Let me ping this.
Yeah. Do you have Venmo?
Okay.
Here's one that's kind of funny, but maybe not. I actually put, can I get your Wi-Fi info? That was practical. What social media are you on? Screenshot. Ooh, don't be a Karen. That's good. Don't be a Karen.
Do you know what it is? If the male version of that? Do you know what the name of the male version of?
Craig, right?
Oh, I heard it was Joe.
Don't be a Joe?
Yeah, my kids would go around and go, yeah, don't
Hey,
be
there's
a
a
Joe.
good comment there from Gordon. It says you're gonna need a new profile picture soon there, Joe.
That is true, Gordon. I probably will. I'm gonna wait till I get down all the way. And if my wife's watching this, I'm gonna make sure that she approves of that picture when I do it. So
well, we're doing the SoCal Business Network Supercharger on Thursday. I'm doing photos for all the speakers. That's part of the package. They're getting photos.
Yep.
So Joe and I were talking about this last week. I don't know if we were online. We might have been offline.
We were offline when we did it. I don't think we were talking.
So anyways,
we were online at the first part. We finished talking about it.
Then we kept going. Yeah. So we're gonna do the next one, I think, in Indianapolis or in that area. I don't know what city it'll be in. But anyways, Joe will get photos then for sure because I'll have my cameras with me.
And then we'll meet up for sure. That'll be like awesome because I've known you for 5 years. And
I was gonna say, I'll bet you that people would be surprised to know that we have never actually met in person the way we are with each other.
Right.
Now Ryan and I have met in person.
Yep.
A couple times.
Yeah, but not Joe.
Nope. Everything has been online, and especially from the first time I called you for just to partner with you. I think with Project Help You Grow.
Yeah, I think we just kind of chit-chatted the first time, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And then and I don't know if it was somebody from that we knew from Indiana and Ohio. I don't remember. How that happened.
It's been so long.
Right. But either way, and then it just
because you and I were friends before I launched the website.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before you launched what website? Mine?
Project Help You Grow.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Project
Yeah,
Help
because
You
it was
Grow.
originally after I made the group, it was on the FYI.to.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, we were friends prior to the website.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
So,
September of 18.
Yep.
Yeah, but
And
Ryan's wife and Ryan hosted me for like 2 days in Hawaii. They took me all over the place. They took me to an authentic Hawaiian barbecue thing. Now, I'm not talking about luau. I'm talking about like where Hawaiians actually go to eat. They actually were camping there.
Yeah, it was some of the local. Yeah, it was some of the locals that I coach youth football with. So, and he got some of that aloha spirit. Showed up. They brought him in like family, and they were chit chatting it up. And he was giving some of that great value add he always does, because the one couple, they were working on starting their own catering business. So he was talking to him about getting social media stuff up and running and things like that. So there was value add as always with Ira.
that's like awesome. Like, and what kind of barbecue was it? Like, was it just burgers, or did
No,
you?
no. It was a pig. It was a pig.
But
they had
Kahlua pig.
They had other stuff there, but yeah, that was the main meat.
That is, I want to go to Hawaii at some point in time.
Oh man, I'm going back in November. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, we got an extra room, Joe. So if you ever swing through.
Mariella just said, ha ha, just the thought of this in the 80s, you'd never say stop ghosting me. Boom.
Oh my God, you're right.
And Sabrina,
could you imagine? I would have had a comeback for every girl. Hey, listen, why aren't you calling me? You got to stop ghosting me.
Hey, even in the 80s, you wouldn't have said, "Can I get your pager number?"
No, you wouldn't have got.
No, that was 90s. Yeah, mid 90s, late 90s even.
Right. Yeah, you wouldn't say, "Hey, can I get your pager number?" Yeah, God, I'm trying to think. 18, 88, 89. Yeah, I didn't have a pager then, so you're right. Value added always with Ira. Hey, that is a good slogan. Sabrina's right. Value.
I can't use it though, because it would sound like I'm being cocky.
No.
Other people could say that about me, but I can't say it about myself.
All right. Well, value is added always by Ira.
Well, we try. Yeah. I'm so excited about this event.
I can't wait to see the pictures and everything. This is going to be awesome.
You know, there's that saying, and this actually was around in the 80s, I believe. There's no such thing as a free lunch, but everybody who's coming is getting free. It's $24 per their box lunches, right? So they've got their catering, the place is catering it, right? So you're getting the coffee, you're getting the water, you're getting the box lunch, all that stuff is free. Plus, they're going to get to hear, like Ryan's wife is talking about inclusion, how to incorporate inclusion into your everyday life, which is going to be, I can't wait. It's going to be an amazing talk. We got people talking about all kinds of stuff. That's really cool. People who come, I think, are going to learn a lot. I'm doing a free LinkedIn live training. Joe, you know how much I charge for that stuff.
I do.
So everybody who comes is going to get an hour tutorial on how to use LinkedIn and take their LinkedIn networking efforts to the next level. And then we have people talking about cryptocurrency. We have people talking about, Eric Levine. Eric Levine is probably one of the most dynamic people that I know. And that's saying something because I know a lot of people. This guy was involved with Gold's Gym. He was an owner in Gold's Gym, and he helped when they sold it for the first time. They sold that thing the first time around for $1.8 billion. Anyways, he was a part of that. He's been a part of, I think it was Planet Fitness. Don't hold my feet to the fire on this because I'm not sure if it was Family Fitness or Planet Fitness, but it was one of them. And now he's a part of whichever one that he's out of that. But now he's, I think, 50% owner of UFC, the UFC gym, not the UFC fighting league, but their gym.
But the gym. Is that the one that Mark Wahlberg is part of too? I think
maybe. I don't know. But anyways, he's going to be speaking at the event too. He's talking about, which is so interesting, he's going to be talking about leadership style. He's going to debunk leadership styles that don't work. I'm like, this is going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the event, if you can't tell. But that's all free. That's what got me on that, right? Like, value added always with Ira. That's like all people have to do is they do have to sign up for a ticket, because if you show up the day of the event without a ticket, you will be turned away. That's going to suck for everybody who doesn't have a ticket. For liability purposes, I had to give a list of the people that are coming in, because I'm liable for if they do any damage, I have to pay for it. So I have to make sure I know who's there, so I can counter sue them if I need to.
So I think the only argument someone could come up with is that they're trading their time for that free lunch, but there's going to be value add the whole time.
Yeah,
so,
and networking sessions.
Constant value add. Yeah.
Well, and the profile and the picture too.
Well, the pictures and the video work that I'm doing is primarily for the speakers, but I am actually in one of the 2 networking sessions. There's going to be 2 networking sessions, and I'm going to offer to take photos during the networking session for people in the audience. I haven't announced that publicly, so there you go. There's you get a little cheat for watching the show here. But yeah, during session 1 of the networking sessions, I'm going to offer to take pictures of people with this backdrop, so you can have your photo taken by Ira in front of this backdrop. It'll be there. Anyways, make a video of the highlights if you are not streaming. Yeah, I'm not able to stream it live because LinkedIn has a limit of 4 hours, and the show's going to go for 8, and you can't stream live on LinkedIn more than once a day. You're not supposed to. So anyways, got to follow the rules. And then there's these long breaks, which would be weird. I don't know how to do that with the streaming, so it won't be streamed live. Everybody keeps asking me about that, but when I do one of these events in your area, make sure you come out. Like I said, the next one, I believe, if it all works out the way Joe and I are thinking it will be in Indianapolis, Indiana, or the surrounding area somewhere.
I say Indianapolis, but I agree. I hope we do it. I think that'll be awesome.
We will do it. Did you get some breaking news there?
No, I'm actually sending something to a couple people. Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, because I was getting
your phone was blowing up.
Yeah. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right, Ryan. You just flew from Honolulu, Hawaii to San Diego.
Yep.
And was it all for this thing with your sister or your wife's sister?
No, it's for Ira's event. To be honest, I found out about the baby shower for my sister after I already planned to come here. So it was like a 2-for-1. And then I got the invite for the shower. She emailed it to me, and then I was talking to her about it. She was like, "Oh, by the way, it's just for the women. Like, no men allowed." And I was like, "What? Well, why did you send me the invite?" So
I think the guys,
we're gonna go out to lunch somewhere and hang out while the girls do their thing. So
they like Brie better.
Listen, I would have made it up.
That's a theme.
Just said, Ryan, that I was doing it for. You know what? I'm coming out there anyways. That's so funny, man. How did you know we were coming? We were going to try to surprise you. That's what I would have done. But...
yeah, I'm not good at surprises. My surprises are usually bad.
So I think go ahead, Ira.
I was just gonna say we should do this. So we haven't done this segment yet. What we usually do, highlight of the week, Ryan. So since people are starting, they're still getting to know you. We'll start with you. Your highlight of the week, and then I could tell you, hands down, the low light of my week was finding out there's mold. We can get into that if you guys want. But
I was waiting for that one. But yes, go ahead, Ryan. You first. Highlight.
So I talked to this guy named Dean Wegner. He's a West Point grad. I don't know why. Apparently, I'm talking to all these Army guys lately. I don't know what's going on.
They rule the world, brother.
Yeah. But he started a company called Authentically American, and they have these really cool shirts.
Yes.
I don't know if I can pull it up, but so like a shirt, like say for those Army types out there, they'll say "Go Army," and as you get a good workout in with the sweat, the actual slogans appear. So it says, "Go Army," and it says "Beat Navy."
And I think that's in the back, right? So I saw
both, back and front.
I saw the picture, and I was trying to picture this. Okay, if we can't get the picture up, Ryan, if you find it, you can share your screen. But I'll talk about it while you're looking. So they kind of look like Joe's shirt, right? So imagine you got a shirt. It's like the Bears. So they might say, because who do they hate? The Packers. So it might say "Beat the Packers." But I'm like, if it's sweat activated, I was trying to picture in my mind, what was that going to look like? But what it looks like is the shirt is wet except for the writing. It's like how there's some magic, whatever they do, some voodoo. But anyways, it would keep the lettering beat the Packers. It would look, that part would look dry, so you would be able to read it. So it's interesting. Like we've all seen the coffee cups, like when your temperature changes, you can read the writing. So it's kind of like that, but this is not activated by heat. It's in fact activated by moisture.
Yeah, it's not like the hyper, what was it, hypercolor keys that they had back in the day where it changed colors.
Yeah, no, this is something completely different, but it is really cool. But when you see a picture of it, it makes total sense. You're like, oh, okay. So I don't know how they keep that particular part of the cloth dry, or if that's even what they're doing. But from my perspective, that's what it looked like. Is that you could read it because that part of the shirt wasn't actually getting wet somehow. I don't know. Scotty Schindler, thanks for being here. Yes, Scotty, it's good to see you. We're always jealous when we see people surfing. Scotty, if you guys don't know, is from Australia, and he is, I think, technically a former pro surfer. He does other things now. But is it called 1357? Is that what it's called, Joe?
Yep, System 1357.
There you go, System 1357.
And Scotty, if you want me to give you a little plug there, I will. But System 1357. Scotty is a very knowledgeable salesperson.
Yeah.
Knows how to talk to people. I think him and I connected maybe about 2 years ago, and we just started talking. And a lot of the things that he does, that the system he puts in place for people is just it's amazing. And some of the things, and coffee, just some of the things that he uses, to tie things in is just, it really is amazing. So that's great. Damon.
So look at what David said, right? So there's a space there between the Fina and Lee.
I think he meant finally. Listen, don't blame.
But for a second, I thought he was
thing.
doing. For a second, I thought he was doing the '80s thing, because I'm reading it over here on the LinkedIn, and it put a space. It wrapped it around, right? So I thought Fina. I thought he was trying to say something in the '80s, but I was like, I don't know what that is.
No, it's because Damon, I understand. Listen, when I put here in, like, glad that you're here, like when I was doing that for Scotty, I put in HEAR at first, and I almost hit send just for the heck of it, just because I wanted to see if anybody would say anything.
David's like, my typing
just sucks.
David, yeah. I'm not picking on you, brother. You got me there.
I think he is, Damon. I think he is.
I might be a little bit, but not really. I wasn't trying to. Damon. Damon's awesome.
He is. He is.
For those of you who don't know Damon, check out Exit Your Way. Exit Your Way. If you're ready to look at getting out of your business and you want to sell it for more than you could sell it for on your own, that's what Damon does. He comes in, the team comes in, and they help you get the value of your business up and help get you out of the daily operations, and into the visionary role. And then other people start to run the business for you so you can step away. It's pretty good. He says, I admit it. You admit that you're awesome, or that your typing sucks. I think he's admitting that his typing sucks. Anyways. All right.
I gotta admit, I just gotta say this. Ryan, you're doing awesome.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. Apparently it's not all that complicated, Joe. We just made it look harder than it is.
It's no, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. It's a little bit harder when you and I are talking, and then we start doing this stuff. So it is.
You know what the hardest part is keeping up with my brain, because my brain will take you 75 different places.
Well, yeah, because somebody posts something up there, you're gonna go like, oh yeah, and next thing you know, you're going off on that tangent.
And I'm looking ahead over here.
Right, and we're also, it's all right. I get it, but Ryan, thank you.
Plus it's Friday. Awesome. All right, Joe, it's your turn. Highlight of the week, Friday.
Highlight of the week. Well, I have to tell you, so. Obviously, I've been taking pictures with all the retailers. I still need to start posting them on LinkedIn.
I think they're fantastic. I think you should keep doing that.
I'm having now, when I go in there, I've had retailers go, "Can you put your hat and glasses on?"
We want the shtick, baby.
Yeah, we want Joe the finance guy.
Yeah.
And
I'm with you.
and so that's why it makes it pretty cool. And then a customer, I was at a Big O Tires in Seymour, Indiana, today. And if you are in Seymour, Indiana, I'd recommend go there and get your tires.
I got an idea.
Kurt Anderson, great guy. And a customer came in and asked to take the picture for us.
Right on.
And I had the whole team there, and I did the same thing with the team at the Big O Tires in Newcastle, Indiana too. So it's great being welcome like that. And there's just a lot of my retailers just great people. So my high this week has been going around taking the pictures, celebrating with all of them, because it's the end of the month. A lot of them have done amazing things, and I've been out working, as I told you. Yeah, that's perfect business judo. Thank you very much, Scotty. I appreciate that. And you are absolutely right. Great business judo. I wonder where I got that from. You are just awesome. But these I've been combining different cities, because with the week that I took off, I didn't have enough time to see everybody I needed to. So that's how come I started out early, and I was working very hard this week, but I also played hard too. So
I have to ask a question. When we were talking about Brandon, were we doing that online?
Brandon, are you talking about to me?
Yeah, Ryan, were we talking about Brandon online?
That was before the show.
Before the show? So weird. I just got a text from him. Like, his ears must have been burning. Brandon, we were talking about you in the green room. Anyways, Brandon just sent me a text wishing me a wonderful weekend. He was thinking about me. I appreciate that.
Okay, I didn't know who you.
I don't even know if he knows we're on.
He might not even know we're on.
Anyways, I'll have to text him back. It's weird how that works sometimes, right?
Yep. Yes, it is. But
Brandon,
that was my highlight.
What's his last name? Cunningham. That's what it is. Yeah. Brandon, look, if you're out there and you're looking for financing, like to, I don't know,
business,
big money, right? You're like looking for venture capitalist type of money. Brandon Cunningham is out of Houston, Texas, and he's a guy that I would recommend. He just helped one of my friends get a large deal done. I mean, multi millions of dollars. So there you go. Look, Ryan's on it. So you guys can click on that link and you can tell him I sent you. I don't get anything for it, and I don't want anything for it. He's just a really good guy. It's kind of like we were just talking about Scotty Schindler, and we're talking about Damon. You know, we're talking about some of our guys. In fact,
well, I want to have them because in my partners tab, so that because I've had retailers ask me,
we can add them.
And
I can make that happen.
And you know why? Because then
I
can
put
go
them
like
on
this.
I know my partners tab a Project Help Girl too.
Right. So I'm good with that. If we can put them on, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Brandon's a good guy.
Let's go to you, Ira.
Gosh, I don't know what it's funny.
I don't think it's a high.
What was the highlight of my week?
Well, I can tell you what the highlight was. I'm not gonna say it was good, but
the low light. I can tell you what the low light is. I think the highlight, we went out. You guys know Lizzie's saga. Everybody, I think, knows about Lizzie at this point. No really positive updates at this point. Yeah, my wife was already giving away the low light. Well, she's giving away the low light, but I think the highlight was we went out to dinner on Sunday. So I think I told this story. Alicia's on here. She's better with depth perception. I'm horrible at this. So Alicia's my wife here. I think it was 2 months ago. My mom was in town. She was visiting. We took, actually, my mom wanted to treat us to dinner. Okay, great. So mom's taking us out to dinner. We're waiting at BJ's. First of all, the restaurants in Moreno Valley where I live, there's not a lot of great ones. So we always have to drive like a long way to get a decent meal, but BJ's is not too far away. So anyways, and we like it. So we went there. While we were waiting, somebody gave us a gift certificate. This was a couple months ago. So about a month ago, I took them back out to dinner, and we used a portion of the gift certificate, but not all of it. So anyways, they wanted to go back out on Sunday because Lizzie is changing, like the diet is changing again, what she can have. Restrictive, very restrictive. So we're like, okay, so Sunday was the last day before the new diet started. So we went out to dinner. That I think was the highlight of our week. It was, the meal was good. The family time was good. We didn't have any like issues. There was no like, nobody got sick or there wasn't an issue with Lizzie. Anyways, it was just good family fun time. So I think that was the highlight of my week. Just going out to dinner with
I saw the pictures on Facebook. I thought it was great.
Thank you. Yeah,
See you later, Scotty.
I put some of them up. I'm heading out for surf. That's so cool. Anyways, so that was the highlight of my week.
Me out there.
Low light of the week. I mean, definitely the biggest news in the Bowman family this week. We have mold in our house. So Alicia, if she's still watching, can correct anything that I'm saying if I'm saying it wrong. But she'd done some testing for Lizzie, and they found in the workup in the tests, they found that she had mold in her system. We had a kit sent to us by a company where they went around and collected dust samples, and the dust samples, were then sent off to the lab. Comes back, yeah, mold, but like not just your garden variety mold, like toxic, like you should get the hell out of your house mold. Okay, well, I don't know where we're gonna go because we have a huge house with a lot of people here. So we had a specialist come in, $9,000, Joe. Yeah, there you go. I don't even know what all that stuff is. My wife knows this stuff. Okay, so $9,000 to test our house in 4 weeks. In 4 weeks, we'll get the results back. They did the tests all yesterday. So what they're saying is we have mold in our kitchen. We have mold in our bathrooms, 2 of our bathrooms. We have mold in our attic. We have mold in our HVAC. At least they're pretty sure we have mold in our HVAC. So they want us to move out. And then we have to have a general contractor who specializes in mold cleanup. I mean, there's a word for it. It's kind of like remedial. Maybe it is remedial. I don't know. Remediation. There you go. So we have to have all this stuff done. So right now we're in the oh crap phase, like trying to figure out what's the game plan, because they told us don't clean it up, because if you clean it up, you actually can get more airborne and do more harm than good. So
okay, so I got to ask a question on here. So
ask questions, and Alicia might have to chip in.
And yes, so if her mycotoxins were high from the mold, and I'm talking about Lizzie.
Yeah.
What about you and the Alicia and the other kids? Did you?
I'm assuming we have it all. I'm assuming we'll have it. We have to at this point.
But then, all right. So let's just say, Ira.
That's why they want to get us out of here.
I know, but I'm just using this as so. Let's just say you all have it.
Yeah.
It still doesn't, it still wouldn't address Lizzie, would it?
Yeah, my wife's coming in. This probably makes more sense. So,
I mean, am I wrong on thinking?
Yeah, but we all have different immune systems. So,
hi, Alicia.
Hi. Well, so
I just wanted to get.
Did you hear the question I said, Alicia?
I was walking downstairs. I'm assuming you're asking why everybody's not sick.
Yes. Yeah, to a point. Yes, but I was addressing it in a different way. I was going, it still doesn't address what.
Well, it may or may not be. It may or may not be what caused her issues. So we're not there, but it is certainly a contributor, whether it's a major contributor or minor contributor. It has an effect. It has an effect on her because of the levels that she has.
Yeah. So, I mean, mycotoxins and stuff can cause a lot of symptoms.
Right.
And just cause damage. One of the things, and why she's probably more sick, is what they talk about is the load on the body. And so she has all these food allergies. She was on prolonged antibiotics when she was younger for chronic UTIs, which sort of probably destroyed some of the gut-brain barrier, or the brain barrier. So the gut-brain axis is compromised. And so it's probably more, in everything I've read, is a lot of times it's a perfect storm. And it's like proverbial hair on the camel's back, that something happened and then caused this inflammation, and it's probably caused inflammation in her brain. And you know, I was talking with a new neurologist yesterday. What that set off was, we probably will never know. Just sort of like when we had this virus hit in March, she declined.
That was the major setback.
It probably was this virus created another inflammation flood on her body.
Mhm.
So the point now is trying to bring the load down on her system so it can start working better. We're actually going to be doing a brain mapping on Monday. So we can see, first of all, we can confirm.
It's a fancy EEG. What was it called?
It's a quantitative EEG.
Quantitative
so looking
EEG.
at how the brain is actually interacting and working. And so then we can tell, they can actually confirm that if this is like a functional neurological issue where the wires basically, or the signals are not responding correctly. But then this guy has treatments for it, which go beyond just antidepressants and talk therapy and all these things. So basically there's some neurofeedback and different things that he can do to also help get those things reconnecting properly.
Well, and this could be the reason why she's not recovering too, right? So, you know, we haven't noticed. It's been 3 months, I think, since she's had any setbacks.
It was March, beginning of March.
Yeah. So
and I was actually starting to think, is, you know what, our air conditioning probably was kicking on a lot more. Maybe.
No, it's definitely kicking on more right now.
You know, but you know, that could have also
except for when it went out. That was another low light this week. Yeah. So we had the testing done. What day was that? Thursday? No, Wednesday. So Wednesday, they finished at about 6:30 in the evening, and then our upstairs air conditioner stopped working because they had stuff on and off, and they were doing all these air tests, air samples they called them, and swabs, and I mean, they looked like they were from ET, Joe. It was crazy. They were walking around like.
Oh, and are you talking about the full white thing?
Hazmat.
Yeah, the whole deal, from booties to gloves to like the K95. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, it was interesting, and I'm like, well, I'm sitting here just in my normal.
Yeah, but they're going into these environments all the time.
Sipping my coffee, and I feel like we got ET going on. But anyways, the air conditioner stopped working, so it was 85 degrees in our house upstairs at midnight.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
No, yeah. I slept downstairs. Anyways, I hope I answered some of those questions.
Yeah, well, Alicia, before you go, just want to let you and Ira know. Always sending prayers out to you and the family. I'm always thinking of you guys. And, you know, and I just was, I mean, that's why I was going like this. I just want, I want you guys to.
Well, we don't have any official quotes yet, but like in my mind, I was hearing this stuff going, here's $100,000 issue. And my wife was like, I thought it was gonna be $150,000 issue. You know me, and I'm not one to ask for help. I just don't do it. But I'm like, this might be the thing that finally gets me
to do a GoFundMe.
We haven't even talked about what this new neurologist charges for these treatments.
Wow.
Because insurance doesn't pay for any of this. I mean, all of these new doctors and everything that's actually trying to give us answers is not covered. The last neurologist I saw with the insurance said, as a mom, you just need to accept that we don't know everything, and you need to put her in rehab and try to just get her better from here. And I said, we tried that. And then all of a sudden a virus hit, and every gain that we had was gone. So you want me to just stop searching for answers and, you know, play this back and forth game? I think we need to do both. So
right. I agree with you, Alicia. I do.
Yeah. So if y'all see a GoFundMe started, that'll be the reason why.
Yeah. Because even these, I think it was,
well, that's what
each treatment for the, like, this neurofeedback and stuff is like $800.
Wow. Wow.
Well, just this week we spent 10 grand. So if anybody's
we spent
curious,
more than that. Yeah. And probably truthfully in the last month, we spent $20,000 now. So it's insane.
Yeah. So if you need a website built, if you need SEO,
if you need Sensi,
I mean, if you need a photographer,
let's do the plugs now. Go ahead.
I'm looking for clients. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I've never made as much money, just in full disclosure, I've never made as much money as I make now, but I've also never had as big a deficit as I have now. Like I feel, I think I put this up on Facebook the other day, like, or maybe it was even today with the cat video. I put up a cat video. It's pretty funny. I know. I appreciate it. I really do. I feel like this last year, everything has been thrown at me. We've had health issues, financial issues, marital issues. I mean, you could just imagine all the stuff that we're going through. I feel like I have everything and the kitchen sink thrown at me this year. Like it's a lot. So I'm actually, in full disclosure, in case anybody's curious, I am seeing a counselor. It's probably long overdue, but I finally started seeing a counselor about 6 weeks ago.
Well,
I'll
we always
say-
thought we had. Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
I was just say, even though you're going through these struggles in your life right now, you're still others focused. You're still, helping out other people, and you're contributing. So I appreciate that, brother. But yeah, sometimes you got to focus on your own foundation so you can be more effective in helping others. So.
Well, I have found that in life, for whatever reason, we can do one of two things. We can go, woe is me, and crumble, or we can say, hey, I've got to work on that. But one of the things that I have learned for my just my own, and you guys know me, you know this about me. One of the ways that I get through my own struggles is by helping other people. Because when I feel like I made a positive difference, whether it was in my life or somebody else's, I feel like there's something you can hang your hat on. So helping people find jobs, helping people build up their marketing, just being a shoulder that a friend can talk to about. I mean, whatever it is, I feel like that's what we all should do. I don't think that makes me special. I just think that's what people should do. I should always be looking for ways to help other people.
So that neuro mapping stuff, actually, I have a little bit of experience with that because we have my second oldest. He's got a lot of what I would call behavior issues due to not following social norms. So he kind of had a lot of trouble in school. So we actually took him to someone to do the brain mapping. It was in Colorado because we tried counseling, psychiatrists, psychologists. It just didn't work. And it was actually a chiropractor that did it because, they kind of do some of those non-standard things. So they map the brain, and I guess kids with ADD and ADHD and stuff like that, their frontal lobe is like super active. And one of the things that really engages that frontal lobe is like playing video games and pads, all that tech stuff really engages that frontal lobe. So he did the same kind of thing where they had him do activities that would alter the brain paths to kind of chill out the frontal lobe, focus on other parts of the brain, and reduce the activity. And unfortunately, being military, we moved shortly after. They did it for about 6 months, and like the next 6 months after that, like completely different kid. Like he wasn't having the social issues and all that stuff. But then when we moved, we didn't have the affordable treatment available. Being on a military healthcare system, they don't cover that stuff either. So and by the way, trying to get psychiatric care, psychology care for children, like a lot of people don't take TRICARE because it's basically like Medicare and worse in some cases. They reimburse so low that a lot of people don't even mess with it just because it's just not worth their time. So we didn't continue the treatment, and about 6 months after we moved, kind of went back downhill.
Yeah.
So
regression is a hard thing to watch. Just for anybody who has never gone through this, you get so high and excited and hopeful as you see any progress.
Ray of light. You're right.
Oh yeah.
Then you get kicked right in the junk again, right?
Yeah, and it's almost harder to watch them revert. That regression is like, I think you guys remember me talking about the mouth sores, these mouth ulcers that she was getting, and it was really, really bad. And she still has them, but they're different now. I'm not saying they're better, they're just different. But we used to see her get any little like discoloring, not even a bump, but just a discoloring on a lip somewhere, and you knew it was coming. It was going to be the next 3 weeks of just hell. Like boils, like biblical boils, like read the book of Job, that kind of stuff, right? And you're like, just know what you give out. Yeah, well, I believe in you reap what you sow. So I do believe that. But anyways, Ryan, to watch her suffer regression, like the hardest thing in my life. This has definitely been the hardest year of my life. We're coming up on the year anniversary. Sorry, I bumped my mic. The year anniversary is August, so it's almost been a year solid of this now. It's worn us out. It's drained our finances. Like we're at the point now where I have to start looking at a second mortgage. So it is what it is to pay for this stuff.
Well, the good thing is, if anybody needs a guy, social media, website.
Yeah. The business has blossomed, and we still have capacity. I get that question every once in a while. Hey, do you guys have capacity for more clients? Yeah, we do. We've lost a few clients recently. I don't talk about that a lot. It's easy to talk about the successes. I don't talk about the losses as much, but some of the clients joined us, when our prices were lower. Our prices have gone up. But I did just reduce the price on a couple things. So media kits and website build outs are a little bit less expensive than they were before. So if anybody's looking for a website, I've got a deal for you.
All right,
let's talk about media kit. Can you explain what a media kit is to people?
Yeah, media kit is okay. So and we're about to make one for Joe, the finance guy. We haven't built this out yet. So if you've been on podcasts, if you've written a book, if you have been a keynote speaker or a motivational speaker or inspirational speaker, basically a speaker of any kind, and you're looking to either work and get more like news appearances, maybe you want to get on somebody's podcast show that's like a legitimate podcast, not like you've got 15 people watching, but you've got like 50,000 people in the audience or something like that. How do you go from somebody who's got basically no experience with this stuff to get invited to be a guest on a top tier show, or to be a speaker, for Starbucks or Google or any one of these companies like Tesla or whatever, right? How did they invite you to be on their stage, whether that be a virtual stage or an actual stage like the SoCal Business Network Supercharger? That's why I'm hosting this event. That was the genesis of this. Is like, some of my friends are business people that want to take that next step and to elevate their portfolio, if you will. It's like, okay, so what you do, and you can go to the link here where I've got it's Bowman Digital Media .com, and then go to Media Kit, and you can see there's an example. But if you scroll through this a little bit, the next thing you'll see, so I've got a title and keywords, but there's my bio, and then you keep scrolling, and then you have usually a little bit about your business. So, because I'm a business owner, so if there's raising your visibility, that's Bowman Digital Media, and that's where people can book an appointment with me for Bowman Digital Media. And then you scroll down a little bit more because I'm a professional photographer. So I've got photographs, there's samples, there's my beautiful wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who's that awesome woman right there?
Yeah, that's the way better half for me, right? So there's some samples of my work, and then you keep scrolling down, and it's got my TED Talk, and you scroll down a little bit further, and it's got samples of the podcasts that I've been on. And there's Joe, the finance guy there, and then you just keep going through it, and then what makes this thing really interesting is down below. Now I have a book coming, but it isn't released yet. So if you had written books, your books would be there too. But then if you scroll back up just a little bit down, there's questions. This is one of the things that's very interesting. So media questions. So what I've done is I've said, these are the 25 questions that you could ask me. It's like I'm a ready-made guest, because you don't even have to do your homework on what to ask me if I'm on your show. So if you're looking for people like, let's say you're a photographer, or you have a photography-based crowd. Well, I have photography-based questions. Like, I use Canon gear right here, just within arm's length. Here's two of my cameras, right? It's all Canon stuff. So, like, why do I like Canon over Sony or Nikon? You could ask me that question, right? Let's say you are in the HR space or the job search space. Well, I run a nonprofit called Project Help You Grow. So I have some questions peppered in there about that, right? And so different things that people might say, I'm trying to make it easy for them to bring me on as a guest. The Media Kit does three things. It informs people about who you are. It informs people about your credentials, and then it gives people questions that they can ask so that they don't have to do as much homework. Because I know people that will do podcasts, they might book 4 or 5 guests in one day, and they'll do them back to back to back. So it can be kind of hard. But because of the Media Kit and some of the other stuff I'm doing, I was on the #2 rated podcast in a vertical the other day. one of the reasons why they brought me on is because they were asking me questions that were in my media kit. It was easy. Plus the TEDx talk, they didn't know about that before I sent them the media kit. And when they saw that, they're like, oh, okay, this guy's got some chops. So they brought me on as a guest. So anyways, that's the media kit. Where do you put it? You put it on your website. You don't have a website, no problem. You can get a standalone website for like $6 a month with Bluehost. And then you can have me build it, your media kit.
Yep.
So I got a question about this. I got a question though, Ira, about this. So I was kind of looking into this, right? So a lot of people just whatever their tagline is, Joe the Finance Guy, MediaKit.com. But there's actually a .media domain now, right? Mm-hmm. So would you recommend still doing a .com, or do you think the .media is worth it? What I noticed right off the bat, it seems like the .media is actually more expensive.
Yeah, so there's two ways to think about this. If you're looking at it right now, the SEO value of a .com, I think, is still the preferred. It's the Cadillac, right? So when you can get a domain name that's a .com, I say you grab it. But if you're thinking long term, I think you should grab the .media, the .info, the .us, all these different extensions. If you can grab them for like $10, $12 a year each, you might spend $300 or $400 to buy them all. But I try to think like a visionary. And I think that if you do that, you could use, let's say, a joefinanceguy.com, because Joe does. He has joethefinanceguy.com, right? So he has that. Now you go .co, .co, or you got .us, or you got .finance, right? You have all these different extensions. You could use them for different things. You could use them for landing pages. You could use them for media kits. You could use them for all kinds of different purposes. And it also keeps your competitors from buying and taking your name, because there's something called a DNS redirect. So they could have joethefinanceguy.co or joethefinanceguy.us, and they're looking for you, but they bought your domain name on these other extensions, and they redirect to their website, which could be about whatever it's about. So that's what I would suggest. If you could only buy one, to answer the question directly, I still think .com is the way to go, but I would suggest getting .media, getting all the extensions that you can for an affordable price. Joe's looking at the time clock. He's got to eat.
Oh, no. I'm going to, no.
Well, you're looking to see how much joethefinanceguy.co is?
Yeah, I'm looking up all my stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah. So depending on where you are in your business, if you can swing it, usually domain names, and you can buy them from any host, right? You can usually buy them from GoDaddy or Bluehost or whoever you want to use. If you can swing buying them all, I would recommend buying them all, or buying them as you can. Yeah, I was on a show. Jory, are you on mute? I lost your sound.
No, I'm because I'm looking it up. It goes back and forth. So sorry.
Well, here is one thing that is kind of unfortunate. As you build your domain authority on a .com, the other ones do go up in value. So if you can swing it out of the gate, you're better off.
I'm waiting for my voice to catch up to the thing now.
It's here. Yeah, it's here. We got you.
We're used to Army guys. We're used to Army guys trying to catch up. It's all right.
That's just wrong.
I love it. I got somebody else.
That's just wrong on there. So many levels. That's all right.
But you're caught back up, Joe.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God. All right. So I know, yes, I am looking at the clock a little bit, 7 o'clock. We're a little bit over. So you wanna do my plug for me, because I love the way you said it. Yeah, that's right.
No, I do. All right.
I know.
Joe the Finance Guy. If y'all are not familiar, go to joethefinanceguy.com. And yes, I did make that website. So if you're looking for a website, there's a referral. Joe will happily tell you that he recommends me. He got a good deal. You won't get the same deal as Joe. Nobody gets the same deal as Joe got. But Joe was my very first client. What does Joe do? Joe the Finance Guy I love to explain it like this. Think of a modern day replacement for layaway in the high. Now we can discuss what high end retail is, but what I mean by it, you're not gonna use them for a stick of gum or candy bar, or even a pair of socks. We're talking about stuff like watches and cell phones and tires and dryer or clothes washer, those kinds of things, expensive things. Usually about, would you say the minimum is, Joe, $300, but usually like, $1,000 items, things like that and up. You would use this.
Yeah.
But here's
minimum. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, minimum 300, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I got this all day.
You got
all right.
this.
So here's the thing. You got a store of some kind. You got people browsing the store. They're in the store. It could be online, so it could be virtual. There is a way to do this online too, right? So whether they're in your brick and mortar store or you're online, they don't have access to cash. They don't have access to credit. They want to purchase. They're looky-loos because they don't have any money. But Joe provides an alternative funding source via, his product, where they can apply in minutes or less. They can get approved very quickly, and they can have the transaction go through. You get paid just the same as cash, so you're not paying a finance charge of any kind. They, however, are, just in full disclosure, there are some fees that they have to pay. There is a 90-day
purchase option.
Right. Okay. So there are some fees that they're going to incur, but that's the consumer. There are no cost of goods sold that come to the retailer. So you can add this without any extra expenses and make your money. Yeah, that's a good point, Ryan. There we go. Okay. So y'all should be following my very good friend, very tall.
Follow
friend,
Ryan.
6'3".
He's right there. Follow him.
Yeah, follow Ryan. He's 6'3". Just out of the Navy. Now he's going to be doing all kinds of things.
He'll start shaving again. Give him.
We'll talk about that next
He'll
time.
Shave
Ryan.
again. I did. I keep my goatee, but I cannot grow a beard. I just don't like it.
Ryan, we're going to give you a full plug next time. But anyway, so if you have like a tire shop, a jewelry shop, any type of electronics, home goods, that kind of stuff. So retail type store where you're selling products that are $300 or more, you should talk to Joe, the finance guy, about getting set up with this, because they are they're like personal leases, basically, right? There's a term for it. Joe could tell you, but anyways, he can help you increase your sales by a lot, because how many people out there are struggling with their cash right now? I mean, Alicia and I are rubbing pennies together right now. Like in that It's a Wonderful Life. We got $2 and they better start having babies quickly. If they have as many babies as Alicia and I, will be all right. Anyways, so that's Joe. Find more information at joethefinanceguy.com. We got all the details there. Joe, I have an idea. Send me I want all those photos that you've been taking. And I'm going to make a slider on your website.
All right.
We'll put all those pictures in a slider so people can like, hey, where in the world is Joe? We'll even title it that, and then it'll flip through.
Do you want me to send it? I'll just send a text because it's easier. I could do it from my phone. Is that all right?
Yeah, because I can save them. That's fine. It's easier actually. It's easier if you send them to my email from your phone.
Then I'll send it to the email from my phone.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Yeah, if you do that from your phone, that'll be the way, because I have to get it on the computer one way or the other to do this.
Hey, Ira, time for some Stump the Chump. What is the maximum price that Joe can support?
Ooh,
4,000.
I was gonna guess 5,000, but there you go.
It used to be 5,000, but it's 4,000 now.
No, you're behind the times, Ira.
It's probably not the only thing I'm buying.
No, it's.
But for never actually working, I never worked for a SEMA Credit or Rent-A-Center. I never worked for them. I know an awful lot about this because I built a website.
Yep, you actually do. So I'm impressed.
I wrote an article, Semiconductor 101 for Thurman Co. this past week, and I wrote another article for Core Accounting on residual funds for HOA and COAs. I tell you, because we do blog writing services, I sometimes write these blogs for my company. I have a blog writing team, trust me.
And you do press releases.
I do write. I actually write all the press releases. Press releases is kind of like a specialty type of writing. So I write those too. But anyways, yeah, our goal at Bowman Digital Media, if you haven't figured this out, is to increase the visibility for our business, for our clients, so they can focus on running their business. So if you say, I don't know anything about social media, perfect. I can do it for you. I don't know anything about, website traffic, perfect. We can build it for you. We can build the site. We can run your SEO, all that stuff, so that you can just focus on running your business. Because at the end of the day, the only place in the world where people will find you, or you can find people in the billions, where they're gathered together in the billions, is on social media and on search engines like Google, right? Interesting fact, 50,000 people per second are searching something on Google every second of the day. On average, 50,000.
You know what? It's funny. I'm searching right now because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to have to eat tonight.
What can you eat? We need to talk about that too.
Can we? Well, we're going to have to wait till next week.
We'll do that next week. Yeah. So next week, I want to talk about 3 things. We'll talk about the show, how the show went, and we'll have some pictures. I'll put some pictures up.
The SoCal.
The show will be on Ira Bowman's channel next week. So I'll pop the pictures up. But I want to talk about Ryan and a little bit more about what he's doing post Navy career, so we can help him get some traction. And then we're going to talk about Joseph's diet, because he's lost. Joe, you've lost 50 pounds already, haven't you?
Actually, 288 minus 246, 42
pounds. 42 pounds.
Coming
on.
Holy smoke.
That's what I'm saying. Coming on 50 pounds. It's impressive. So we'll talk about that. Let's do a segment on that next week. And I will add to it if you want. I can tell you what I'll have Alicia write this down. It might be easier to tell you what she can eat as opposed to what she can't eat. It's really that long. It's crazy. But we can't eat tomatoes and all these kind of different things. So
there's just so many things. It's not just one. It's the intermittent fasting. There's so many things that I've been doing, and drinking so much water. See, good job. And the exercising twice a day really does it. I think walking in the morning really starts it out.
You got your shake thing that you do in the morning.
Yeah. Well, no. I actually don't have anything really to eat till about 2 or 3. So I stop eating. If this wasn't Cup of Joe, I would have stopped eating. I would already had dinner at 6, and I would have stopped eating at 7. Tonight it'll be 9, and I won't have anything to eat till 1.
Joe, I told you I switched to 9, right?
Yeah, you did. You told me.
Yeah, so I'm really eating mostly from 1 to 9, but it's mostly like I'm eating lunch about 1 o'clock, and I'm eating dinner about 6:30 something my time, and that's pretty much it.
But when you start doing that, it just becomes like in the morning, I'm not even hungry. I'm out on the road.
Yeah, I just want my water. I just want my water, and sometimes I have coffee now, but most of the time I'm just drinking water.
And when I'm working, I could go, really till 2 or 3 without eating. So, but that's how come I'm hungry. So I'm hungry. So I got to go eat.
I have to check. I know it's going to sound weird, but I have to check to see if my sprinkler system clock setup is correct. If I did it right, at 6 o'clock, my sprinklers will come on.
Well, good. Well, Ira, first off, Ryan, thank you very much.
Ryan is amazing, everybody. Give it up for Ryan.
I am. That is just awesome. And I think you're just great. So you're a producer on both for us. So
we got to update. We got to update the graphic. Ryan, you got to send. Well, actually, I'll take a good picture of you.
Yeah. Why don't you? Yeah. You're gonna have him there. So I'm figuring you could handle
I just figured out Ryan's gonna be helping me. He was just volunteered. He's gonna help me run the laptop on Thursday.
But but other than that, Ryan, thank you very much. Ira, appreciate you as always, and good luck with the love you too, man. And I'm out. All right, you guys ready?
Out.
I'll do the things. We'll teach you the banners next week.
Everybody, look for the show announcement. It'll be on my channel next week. We alternate. If you're new here, thanks for coming. But Joe and I alternate channels every week, so it'll be over on the Ira Bowman stuff next week.
Awesome. See you later. Have a great weekend, guys.
Peace.
Bye.
unwinddigitalmedia.com.
JoeTheFinanceGuy.com.